We've arrived at Blanco State Park in Blanco, Texas. Let's go check it out. This is the western end. I'm on the western end of Blanco State Park. There's a little fishing area here. And there's a walkway that goes under the underpass. And this is the Blanco River. There's people fishing along here. And this is a picnic area. Melody and I just had a picnic with Milo in the picnic area. There's a set of restrooms down there. And most of the park is, as soon as you cross the river, you'll find the camping area, the RV camping area, and day use facilities. So I just wanted to show you this picnic area that's on the western end of the park. And now we're going to go down and check out the campground and the main day use area. Well, we're still in the picnic area on the western end of the park. Melody just observed that this is one long picnic table. Look at that. That's a cement picnic table, and I bet it's 50 feet long. Pretty cool. And here's another vantage point of that long picnic table. Let's go up and check out the day use area and the campground. I'll be darned. This says that the Blanco State Park, these facilities were built by the Civil Conservation Corp in 1933. That explains that long cement table that I just showed you. So while we have the map here, this is the picnic area that we're at right now on the western end of the park. It's the Blanco River. And the campground is right down in here. This is where we came in. We entered up here. You come in off of US 281. This is the guardhouse here where you pay your fee, the entry station. And then you come down here and cross the river, and all these day use facilities are on this side of the river. So where I'm taking you now is down in here. We're going to take a look at these day use facilities, and we're going to explore the campground. I'm going to show you some preferred sites. Those are sites that I would want to come back and camp in. I usually only show preferred sites. So, interesting. Built by the Civil Conservation Corp. Let's go down and check out the campground. Okay, so this is looking west, back down there where we just were. And there's some shelters along the river here. Melody's taking some pictures here. And they have a pavilion in the center of the day use area, the main day use area. And they do have a playground. And then this is a view of the Blanco River. And I'll give you a better vantage point, but that you can see the road where that yellow post is. It's a what they call it, low water bridge. And that's how we cross to get over on this side of the river. So let me walk you around the corner here. There's the RV campground. There's several loops. And so let's head over to the campground. I'll give you a walking tour over there, and then we'll go over and explore some more down by the river. And there were some more facilities on the other side of the river as well. So it looks like they have more shelters with river views. And then as soon as you pull into the campground, you have several campground hosts. There's one, there's another, this one's on duty. And then right past where the campground hosts are, is they do have a dump station on site. So now I'm going to take you on a walking tour of some of the preferred campsites in the campground. So this site is a nice looking site. It's also open, so we're going to go take a look at it. It's site 003. Looks like it's reservable. You have a covered picnic table and firing off to your left there, and a lantern post. Looks like we got water on site. I see a sewer connection right there, so this is going to be a full hookup site. Let's see what kind of electric service. All right, we got 30-50 amp electric service, and that's your okay. But I don't think that would work for me, because by the time you get your fifth wheel in there, I doubt if I would have room for the tow vehicle. And they have all these obstacles, these rocks around here, so you couldn't even park parallel in front of your site. So for me, that's not going to be a preferable site, but for you it may work. So here's a look back at site 003, Blanco State Park in Blanco, Texas. Full hookup site, 30-50 amp. There's site 005, also a reservable site. It is a nice looking site, but again, this is why I come out and do these on-site reviews, because I don't think that there would be enough room to park my tow vehicle after I get my fifth wheel in there. They have these obstacles set up. It's also going to be a 30-50 amp site. Let's see if they got water. There's your sewer. Yeah, the water is on the back. And that would be your picnic table and fire ring. It's a final look back at site 005. Site 007 is a little bit larger site. You do have a tree in the rear of the site, but it is a longer site, so that site may in fact work for me. I think I would have enough room to put my truck and my fifth wheel in that site. There's the pavilion for site 07. Let's go see what kind of hookups we have. Okay, yep. Looks like a full hookup, 30-50 amp site. Site 007 going down the book. Site 008 is a nice looking site, and you can get a fifth wheel and a tow vehicle in there. And this is what your seating area is going to look like. And there's your picnic table pavilion for site number 8. Nice looking site. Final look back at site 008. full hookup, 3050 amp. Going down the book. Site 009, also a nice site. You can get a big rig in there. You have room for a tow vehicle. This trailer could go back just a little bit more. And but that's a good site there, and you have room for your tow vehicle. Site 009, full hookup, 3050 amp. Going down the book. They do have an excess vehicle parking area in case you could not fit your tow vehicle in your site. They do have that excess vehicle parking area. Looks like Blanco State Park has a laundry room. Let's go in and take a look. And this is another reason I do the on-site visits. Laundry room for park host only. This is site number 29. You can get your rig level there. It's a long site, just about any size rig can fit in there. There's your picnic pavilion. Fire rings on the other side along with a lamp post. This one has a tent pad, elevated tent pad. The box is smaller over on this side. Over in this camping loop, you do have water. So I'm thinking this may be 30 amp hookup. It is 30 amp, and you got 110 as well. There's a look back at your campsite. There's a final look back at site 029, Blanco State Park. Not a real big fan of all these concrete barriers, but that's what you're going to find here at Blanco State Park. Although you do have 30 amp service, I want to make sure I mention that there is no SOAR hookup in site 029. Site 023 is a good site. You're not as confined with those concrete barriers. It looks like you are going to have a SOAR hookup. There's your picnic table and pavilion for site 23. The box looks a little bit newer. Let's see what kind of electric service we have. There's your water. But it's a smaller box, so even though it's new, yep, 30 amp service. 30 amp and 110. You got plenty of overhang on the rear of the site, so you would have enough room for a fifth wheel in your tow vehicle. Nice looking site. That was site 23, 30 amp, full hookup site, going down the buck, Blanco State Park. Melody just pointed this site out to me. I would say this is like the best site so far in this whole state park. I'm gonna have to look on a map and see what kind of hookups it has. But it does have a concrete pad. You can get your fifth wheel and tow vehicle in there. But I'm pretty sure it's only going to have a 30 amp connection. But look at all the room. This is a corner site. All that room's yours. Site number 19, Blanco State Park. Site 017. That's a nice site. Still got some tree clearance, pretty tight tree clearance on the rear. But if you have an RV that's not as tall, that would be a good site for you. That looks like it's going to be a 30 amp site. I don't see a SOAR hookup. I'll give you a little look at the tree clearance issue back here. See, he brought his fifth wheel clear back to where the the leaves start on that tree, but you couldn't come back much further. And but you do have some room. He's probably got about 5 feet there before he hits the road. So. Site number 17, Blanco State Park. Site number 13 is a nice site. Any size rig can get in there. You don't have any tree clearance issues whatsoever. That's your pavilion right there. And it looks like you're gonna have a 30 amp connection because he has a T-bone connecting his 50 amp to the electric service. You do have water. I don't see sewer. Site 013. And dead ahead is your restroom and shower house facility. There's one facility for the campground, and that's in the center of your screen. This is a vantage point from the other side of the river. How beautiful these ducks are. That's the campground up on the hill there, in the upper portion of your screen. And I think this may be a blue heron, some type of waterfowl. He's just waiting for something to come along. Right in there. Beautiful bird. It's a fairly large picnic area over on this side of the river. This is the picnic area on the east end of Blanco State Park. Look how pretty this water is. And the picnic pavilions go all the way down the length of this stretch here. Looks to be a pretty popular park. And like I say, that water, we've seen a lot of fish in that water. Look how clear that water is. Melody and Milo are checking it out. I think I'm gonna leave it here. I'll have the upload and download speeds for Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile in the written video description on YouTube. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.